Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
How you going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just here for a coffee and a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you all?
Fancy seeing you guys here. What are we up to, Jazz?
Lovely of you to join us. Before we kick off, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jazz from Goodlife Church, Toronto. I'm the youth pastor there, and I'm joined today with
Savannah Dwyer, the youth pastor at Goodlife.
You got this.
Church.
I believe in you.
Goodlife Church, Newcastle. Sorry, so many locations, so many places.
So many.
Mine's everywhere.
It's exciting.
But I know who I am. I'm Savannah Dwyer from Goodlife
Do you know
Church,
who you are?
Newcastle.
I know who I am. I know.
Are we doing a worship
I
service?
am.
Well, as Goodlife Youth, during this time, we're still going to stay connected. We're still going to read and learn more about the Word of God and who He's called us to be. So we're here to kick off our series of devotionals. From us, there's going to be some youth leaders, some other youth pastors joining us. But we're really excited.
We are.
We're keen to chat with you guys, share our faith, and learn about the Word of God together.
Very true.
It's going to be good.
And today's devotion is actually called Choose Your Lens.
Wow. Choose your lens, guys.
Choose your lens.
Choose your
Carefully.
lens. In this case, she's got pink lens. Pink
True.
lenses?
Alright, let's get rid of
Let's
these.
shut that down.
But do you want to tell us more about this topic?
I sure do. So, first of all, I think this topic, choose your lens, is really fitting for this situation, for what's going on during this time.
In the Word of God, the Apostle Paul is speaking to the church in Philippi. So this is in Philippians 4:11-13, if you want to have a look for yourself. And what it reads is, I am not saying this because I am in need, but I have learned to be content whatever the circumstance. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation. How awesome if we can do that in our own lives.
I love that.
Whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want, I can do all things through Him who gives me strength.
Yeah.
And this relates because we actually can have this lens, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what we're going through, that we're going to look at things through the eyes of God, that we're going to actually come to the Word, that we're going to pray about things, and we're going to allow God to change our perspective.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I think that's really
Great
encouraging and fitting for a time like this,
Yes.
for what we're all going through. Well, I have a story that relates. So a couple of weeks ago, I went shopping. I had some money. You know, yeah, you get pocket money from your parents. Well, I get pocket money too. So got my pocket money. I'm keen. I'm keen for a new jumpsuit, a bright jumpsuit. You guys might know I like bright colours.
Yeah, you
Today, not really that bright. Next time, I'll be brighter.
Lovely.
Thank you, Jess. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And I'm trying on this jumpsuit. I'm keen. It looks good on the mannequin. The lights, it's working. I go into the change room though. I try it on. It's dull in there. The lighting's dull. The mirror's distorted. And I look in the mirror and I go, nah.
No go.
Kind of looks average. So I'm a little bit sad. I'm like, whatever. I have money, but sure, I won't spend it today. Hang up the jumpsuit. Take it back to the rack. And then when I'm walking out to hang the jumpsuit back up, I see a new mirror that's bright, it looks good, it's not distorted, and I'm like, hang on a second, we can do a second take. Let's try it on. I'm not going to look in the other mirror that was distorted and dull. I'm going to go straight out to the other mirror, good lighting. Who knows? We need good lighting. We need good lighting. And I go out to that mirror and it actually looks good. I'm like, hey, we can work with this. I purchased the jumpsuit. Because I looked in that mirror, it was bright, it wasn't distorted, it was clear.
Yeah.
And that changed how I looked at things. So in the other mirror, in the other change room, it was dull in there, the mirror was average, it looked old, and then I went to the new mirror and it changed how I looked at myself. It changed how I looked at things and my perspective. I then brought the jumpsuit. Good times. Super happy. I might wear it next week actually.
You should give them some feedback. They're not going to be making many sales if they're
True.
change rooms all
I'm going
booming.
back. I'm going back. Sports
back
girl
there.
at Charlestown. Not really, it wasn't sports
It
girl,
wasn't.
but anyway. But we've probably all looked at ourselves through distorted mirrors and lighting. We may not realize, but sometimes we actually have a negative perspective on how we're looking at our situation or what's going on in our life. You know, sometimes we think, if only I had such and such life, if only this was different, if only I was thinner, I was smarter, I had that person's life. Their parents look like they've got it together. Instagram, oh, there's that person showing the highlight reel. I wish I had their life. We're often comparing about our life and looking at others and wishing we had that. And the list goes on.
Yeah.
It's all about how we look, what lens we're looking through. Are we looking with a positive light, with gratitude, or are we looking with a negative, I'm going to compare kind of lens?
Yeah, and when we have that negative lens, we're going to be discontent. We're going to be disappointed. And it tempts us to compare and complain time after time when we continue to wear this lens through our everyday life. And it doesn't leave us uplifted. It doesn't actually allow us to see the truth unless we come back to God and put His lens on.
100%.
And, perhaps when inconvenience or things go wrong, or even with this situation with COVID-19, like it can be pretty tempting to just put on that negativity, that lens of negativity. But once these thoughts and emotions begin to impact our heart, it actually can leak into other areas of our life and can affect our friends, our family, the people in our world. And I think what's important here is that we realize we have the ability and the power to actually influence those around us. And so we don't want to just get this right for ourselves, so that within our hearts and within our own lives we can actually be living our best life. We can be having a positive outlook, but we want to live that out for our friends and family too, so we can influence them in the best way possible. And God's actually called us to choose to look through a different lens. Instead of looking through the lens that shows the negative perspective of a situation, God actually has a really cool lens that we can choose. Every single day we have the opportunity to choose. What's that lens?
And this lens is called gratitude. Gratitude for all the good things in our life, all the things that God's put in our life, and all the opportunities God has given us. Gratitude that we have the creator of the universe on our side, and He loves us so much. Despite what we're going through, that we can have peace and hope in His love. Gratitude that God is sufficient. Not just sufficient to get us through what is difficult, but sufficient to bring us through the difficult times with peace and a joyful heart. I think that's amazing. It's easier said than done. I can say that from experience. It's easier said than done to have gratitude, to choose gratitude. But I think that's a challenge for all of us, and I want to set that for us as Goodlife Youth. For us 100%. To have gratitude. Right now, guys, what can you have gratitude for? Is it your friends? Is it your family? God? Is it the fact that you have food on the table? That you can have a shower? That you have a bed? I understand that times like this, they're unknown. It's crazy. But I think we can all have gratitude for something. And when we actually change our perspective and we choose our lens to have gratitude and look at things how God sees them, it changes our lives. It changes our mindset. We're more positive. We're more uplifting and encouraging to one another. It changes us.
That's so true.
And I think that's a challenge for us as Goodlife Youth. Let's have gratitude.
And 2 ways we can actually action this. First is of a morning or evening, you could actually grab out your notes or even a journal and just write down 3 things. We challenge you to think of 3 things you're grateful for during that day. You can do it. We believe in you. And when you actually put light on that, that's actually going to change your perspective. It's going to change your lens. And another thing that you can do is actually think about, what are you filling your mind with? What are you filling your heart with? What are you listening and reading? What are you looking at? And so maybe it's with your crew or your crew leader. You can say, hey, we should start like a devotional Bible plan together. You can have chats in there and just be filling yourself with the Word of God, the truth that's going to ultimately change your perspective and give you the best opportunity to have a grateful heart each and every day. And that's going to infect and affect the people around you, which is pretty cool.
I love that. That's a challenge for us as well. I think we should definitely do that.
We should.
We're going to do that.
Let's do it.
So you guys do it, we'll do it. We'll keep you updated.
And feel free to share like those things that you're grateful for. Tag us, put it on your story. We would love that. Or any verses that are encouraging too.
I love that. Well, that's it from us for our first week, our first series of devotionals at Goodlife Youth. I'm so excited to see where this goes. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. We're going to have some youth leaders on here, youth pastors. It's going to be cool.
It's going to be sick.
It's going to be unreal, they should say. Over and out, fam.
Unreal.
Wow. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Over and out, fam.
Unreal.
Gratitude. Gratitude.